Hey nobles! With E3 just over, we've had an entire week of gaming ups and gaming downs, and thankfully mostly gaming ups. So we thought we'd share with you our top 10 favourite moments of the week. But first, some honourable mentions. We Happy Few was an indie game that was kickstarted last year, and we were eagerly anticipating its release. This year at E3 we finally got to see a proper trailer, so we are very excited to see what comes next.
I remember when our homes and our towns turned into graveyards. When the wilderness...
Days Gone was an interesting thing we saw at the Sony conference. To be honest, we were a little bit more interested before the zombies showed up. It would look like an interesting take on the whole post-apocalyptic nightmare world. But when we finally saw that ending shot of the gameplay trailer, holy shit. We got really excited.
Like it was gonna stop anything.
This trailer confused us. It's called Inside. We know it's by the guys who made Limbo. That's all we know, and we want it. Last year, one of the best things that was shown was Horizon Zero Dawn. It seemed like an interesting take on the post-machine apocalypse genre. And after seeing the gameplay trailer, we are a little bit more excited for it, but we want to see more than gameplay. We want to see some story.
To turn, or who to trust. You'll be chasing a riddle into a wilderness of mysteries.
Are you armed? No. I have a gun. Drop it.
Detroit Become Human was definitely an interesting one. It was very much like Heavy Rain.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Once more, Kratos is back for God of War. This time trading in the mountains of Olympus for the ice trolls and axes of Norse mythology.
I knew something fell off about the forest.
Keep moving.
It would definitely be remiss of us to not include Final Fantasy 15 on the list, but after what we saw at the Tokyo Game Show a few months back, we weren't exactly bowled over by Final Fantasy 15 showing at E3 this year. Sure, the VR capability is very interesting, but it wasn't enough to really hook us and get onto the main list. That being said, if this means that a fourth player can take a VR headset, play as Prompto, and actually support you in battle, that might be quite interesting. This last game barely missed our top 10 list. We've been excited about this game ever since the first game was released. Almost a decade ago, we got involved with the Kickstarter, we promoted it, but you know, it's a top 10 and you have to include the very best app. Screw it.
Oh, Mia. Hello, darling. I just wanted to make sure that
when we were met with a cliffhanger at the end of the first game, we eagerly anticipated the release of the second game, which never came. But now it's coming. Thanks to a pretty hefty crowdfunding campaign, Tim Schafer finally greenlit Psychonauts 2 in the Rhombus of Ruin.
Gotcha. So embarrassing.
It's all over, but the crying, and I can't
We love Fallout in the group. We love Skyrim in the group. So at Bethesda's conference, they showed off brand new Fallout DLC, some amazing stuff for that, and Skyrim HD. They couldn't really stand alone on this list, so we decided to pair them together. After all, Bethesda seems to be pairing it together in all other promotional things. So our number 10 spot goes to the Fallout DLC and Skyrim HD re-release. Time was, you had some context for what Kojima was up to. When he was working for Konami, at least it was Metal Gear related or it was Silent Hill related. This trailer tells us nothing. It's Norman Reedus. He's naked. There's a baby. There's dead fish everywhere. We want it. We really, really, really want it. But we don't know why. So our number 9 spot goes to Death Stranding.
Jingle bells chiming, jingle bell time, dancing and prancing.
Frank is back, and it looks like he's clearly lost his mind. After the super serious tone of Dead Rising 3, Dead Rising 4's over-the-top action is definitely a return to form for the series. While Capcom would eventually patch Dead Rising 3 to have all these madcap shenanigans, it was kind of too little too late. Thankfully, with Dead Rising 4, they're skipping right to the fun. For some reason, Persona 5 needed its own livestream event. We were not complaining. We watched an hour and 8 minutes for an 8-minute trailer. And while the entire thing was in Japanese, we didn't understand a single word that was being said. We were super excited by the date at the end. So, our number 7 spot goes to Persona 5, Atlus's little love letter to us. After last year's EA conference showed off a little glimpse of Mass Effect Andromeda, we were super excited to see what they'd have this year. Some of us literally only watched the EA conference for anything to do with Mass Effect, and we were not disappointed. While we haven't seen much of the gameplay yet, bar maybe the bandy-wheeled Mako, we got so excited while watching that part of the stream, we had to give it a place on our list.
Worlds where adventure, danger, and the unknown are waiting to be discovered.
Resident Evil has gone down some weird roads since its beginnings in 1996. It went from horror to shooty to shooty to shooty, and then it stayed at shooty for a very long time. Thankfully, Resident Evil 7 seems to be bringing it back to its horror roots. And while it seems the entire game is going to be in a first-person Resident Evil Survivor style, we are super happy the next installment is going to have this kind of depth, this kind of darkness. Just poopy for me.
Why did we choose this life? Why did we become superheroes? We dedicate our lives to fighting crime for one
We love the Stick of Truth.
to make a billion.
It was an amazing game.
Superhero franchise.
Its mechanics were clunky, sure, but it was South Park's first foray into RPGs. This time, it's their first foray into superhero games. And holy hell, we are so excited. Not only did the boys from South Park give us an amazing trailer, they also gave us a release date. And some pre-order bonuses. We really wanted that Towley buddy, so we pre-ordered straight away.
If we want to make billions of dollars, then I think we should start with the Tupperware movie.
Right, start with a black superhero.
Marvel is making a black superhero movie.
Yeah, now! They waited years to get to that. We follow their plan. We do all the real people first, and we sneak the black guy in phase 3.
On the last day of the event, Nintendo hosted an amazing day-long stream showcasing everything they had for E3 this year. Among those gems, for about 3 hours, was Pokemon Sun and Moon. You know us, we love ourselves some Pokemons. If you didn't know that, there's a 23-minute video of the archives. They showed us pretty much everything. They showed us the new character models, they showed us new Pokemon, they showed us a new battle type! And we got so excited we were quick to take to the Pokemon boards. And despite all of our excitement about all the Pokemon stuff this year, there were still 2 other games that pipped Pokemon to the top spot. By the way, Pokemon goes out in July. Get it. 7 years ago, Sony announced a continuation to the Eco series. The Last Guardian was set to wow us and break our hearts at the beginning of the PS3 age. And while last year they showed off an amazing trailer that captured our hearts yet again, this year they finally gave us a release date. And that excitement drove us crazy. Our hearts are already broken. There's literally nothing else I can say about this game.
Open your eyes.
And that brings us to our top spot, happily occupied by the aptly named The Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild. Aptly named because when we first saw that shot of Hyrule Field, our breath was taken away. It is, without a doubt, 100% the Zelda game some of us have dreamed of since we were toddlers. A massive departure from the rest of the Zelda series. At the beginning of the game, the world has practically already ended. While he was asleep, a calamity called Ganon, of course it was, destroyed the kingdom of Hyrule and was sealed away. Meanwhile, the rest of the world just went to the ebb of time.
Wake up, Link.
Now Link awakens, and it's his job to destroy Ganon before he can destroy the rest of the world. With amazingly beautiful graphics, lush visuals, an amazing control scheme, and so many new mechanics, we cannot wait for this game to come out. We will definitely be looking forward to this game, and we hope you are too. Thanks guys, that's it from us this week. But if you'd like to support our videos, be sure to leave a like, comment, and if you feel like it, subscribing to our channel. It really helps us out a lot. If you want to see more of our stuff, just click any of the videos around the screen. They'll bring you straight there. See you next time, Nobles.